Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the top 20 gaming projects which I believe are set to do very well in the next bull cycle 2024-2025. I have divided the coin/projects into three categories: low, medium and high risk. Of course it's all risky, but some of the projects are very well established and they carry lower risk compared to others which carry higher risk, but on the other hand they can offer bigger profit potential. But overall you get the point, it's all risky, it's a risky field. Another important note is that if we do not get the bull run, well, everything we talk about today is just irrelevant. Keep that in mind. First, we're gonna cover the lower risk projects, which most of us know about and they do not really need a deep introduction, but I believe they have very good potential to do at least 3x or 10x during the next bull cycle. First project which we are going to cover is called Avalanche. We all know about IMEX. Ethereum rival, extremely well established layer 1 platform. I expect Avalanche to do very well in the next bull cycle. As I said, really does not need any introduction. Currently the price is going up, but we do not see any significant breakout, and even with the current price, if we experience the previous cycle all-time high, that's easy 5-6x. As I said, very well established platform which is kind of from the safer calls out there. The next project is called GAWA. We all know about GAWA games, needs no real introduction. If it hits the previous all-time highs, and it can go even above, that's a project that can provide even 20x. Very big name in the Web3 gaming, a little bit of lagging in terms of comparison with Avalanche, but they have the lawsuit going and that can hold the price, maybe offer a discount for people who like the project to get in maybe. And if they win, the price will just go up, but despite all that, still a platform that should do quite well in the upcoming bull cycle. They have a lot of games on board, so just again a project that does not need a lot of introduction, solid name, one of the safer bets out there. Moving on, we have Immutable X, IMEX, very settled, very high-end marketing campaign. They even own, or at least they have probably paid. When you write Web3 in Twitter X, you can see their logo appearing here. So very high-end marketing campaign here, just very well established in the field, and they have a lot of games upcoming. OVIUM is there as well. Just again one of the safer bets out there, which will probably do very well in the next bull cycle. Next up is ApeCoin, well-known utility token. We all know about how big Bored Apes were and how valuable NFTs collections became during the last run, and when the NFT hype was. ApeCoin, just another Web3 project from the safer ones, which should provide easy 5 to 7x return in the next bull cycle if we experience a good bull cycle. Moving on place number 5, we have OVIUM. The abbreviation is ILV, and this is the ticker. Well, it's on Immutable X, as we already discussed. OVIUM gives you ownership of your in-game assets, quite of a big name, well established. Once the crypto gaming space starts to explode, this is one of the names which everyone will put some cash in. If somehow you still don't know about OVIUM, go check it out. I believe it should do very well during the next bull cycle. Next we have another game, very well established again. It's called Sandbox. Sand is the ticker, and pretty much it's a virtual metaverse where players/gamers can build and monetize their experience. It's pretty well established game as well. Did very well in the previous bull cycle 2021, and I expect Sandbox to do very well in the next bull cycle as well. A game that can provide even a 20x, to be honest. So Sandbox, another name from the safer ones, let's say. And that's actually the last name from the 3x 10x section range. And now let's move to the medium risk crypto projects you should actually know about. First one is called Ronin. Quite of an interesting blockchain, very good social media coverage. Powers Axie Infinity, powers Machines Arena, powers Pixels, and a lot of other games. Low market cap, it's a chain, as I said, very well covered on social media. Everyone is hyped about this one, and that of course provides great potential. One of the newer names out there which should do great in the next bull cycle. Watch for this one, because this one can provide a solid 20x from now on. The next name we're gonna cover is called Merit Circle, or aka Beam. Yes, they also launched Beam, and you can swap 1 MC for 100 beams currently. Beam is a subnet of Avalanche, full gaming subnet by Merit Circle on Avalanche, which is based on Ethereum, meaning that they can target also other chains or deploy on other chains in the future. So something with quite of a decent potential and something you should know about before we experience the next bull cycle, because this one has a great potential as well. Moving on with the next name, we have Superverse. Ticker is Super. Now this one, they are making quite good strategic business moves. They own a game which is called Imposters, which is something like Among Us but Web3. New head of studio, which was announced on their Twitter X account. They also claim about very big new updates which are supposed to happen during the holidays. That always brings hype. The founder is Elliot Trades, which you should go and follow if you're interested in the project. The guy has very good YouTube coverage and reputation. They are also in the same ecosystem with New Tokyo. Elliot Trades and Alex Becker are people with a lot of coverage in the crypto gaming space and in general in crypto. There are also two more very interesting game names involved into the mix, which are probably the top AAA games coming to Web3. One of them is SHRAP, for which we'll talk later in the video, and the other one is by Midnight Society, Deadrop by the famous streamer Dr. Disrespect. All combined really makes me think that this one has very good potential to blast during the next bull cycle, and I believe that 10x is the minimum this one can do during the next bull cycle, if you experience a good bull cycle, of course. The next project which you should know about is called Scale. Now, Scale is quite interesting. One of the fastest blockchains for Web3. It's scalable. Gas and fees are free. They already have games on, but the most important part here making them quite special is the fact that they have a grant program. Pretty much a fund that can reward creators for building and deploying on Scale, meaning this will definitely draw a lot of attention and that can definitely help with the price. Again, this is one of the more interesting projects out there which have great potential to do very good in the next bull cycle. You can definitely learn more about the project on scale.space. Especially if you're a developer, go and check their grant program. Next name in the mix is WeMix, ticker WeMix again. And on first sight, this is not something very famous, but actually the company behind this one, WeMix, is WeMade, which is a publicly traded Korean-based company, which is behind a few very famous projects. The most famous one is the franchise Mir. They are also behind Riders of Icarus on Steam, pretty much meaning that it's a very well-established company into the gaming space. Overall, Asia is the biggest consumer of games, therefore WeMix token has very good potential, very good chances to do extremely well during the next bull cycle, and I think this one can easily provide 10-20x during the next bull cycle. Next name which you should definitely know about is called GameSwift. G-Swift is the ticker here. They have a blockchain, they have a studio, they have a platform for gaming. This is the platform which is providing home for actually many games. Let's say a crypto competitor of Steam. Quite of a new one, but with very good media coverage and has potential to grow in the upcoming year. And I believe it can do fairly well as well during the next bull cycle. Make sure to check the website and the gaming platform, and few of the games are quite interesting. Of course, if you're interested in the project, you should definitely play a few of their games to just get a feeling about GameSwift and what type of games they provide home for. As I said, one of the new names out there, but again, something with great potential. Last name from the medium risk category is called Ultra, another platform that is the Steam chasing platform for Web3. They have a chain, they have a launchpad, they have NFT marketplace, they have very low fees for developers compared to the regular platforms out there, which usually take the well-established platforms take around 30% for deployment. They even offer a cut for developers, which is supposed to drag developers on board once the game is actually resold, the developers will always make money, and that of course definitely can help the price. They're working hard onboarding games, solid performance thus far, decent performance actually during the last bull cycle. I believe this one has the potential to do 10-20x in the next bull cycle, and currently the price is quite low, so one of the names which you should definitely know about. Okay, that's it with the 10x 30x medium risk section. Now let's move to the 10x to 100x category. That's of course the high risk high reward. Most of the tokens here, the projects have the chance to blow up, but also have the chance to go to absolutely zero. So a little bit of a red flag here, but yeah, you know, high risk carries higher profit potential. The first name on the list here is called Vulcan Forge, one of the most popular gaming projects in the last bull cycle. They're building their own layer 1 blockchain, which is quite nice, and the price was very well around the $3. Now is going up to the 7, but probably there will be a slight pullback, and if you're interested in the project, you might you know, follow this one, and if you get a good price, step on it. As I said, it's one of those projects that can either blast or the price just gonna move sideways. Has the potential to blow up, but also there is a reason why this is in the riskier category. The next project we're gonna talk about is called Aurora. It's on Solana. That alone is a very good reason, keeping in mind that Solana is blasting in terms of price recently. They have 2 games actually, and they have a token which is used in the entire ecosystem. All combined can give you a blast in terms of pricing in the next bull cycle. The website is aurora.io. Go check it out. It's quite of an interesting project that has quite of a good potential. Next in line is another project on Solana. This one is called Star Atlas, and as I said, it's on Solana. That alone is a very good reason. And again, it's on Solana. Again, same reasons. We all expect all top Solana projects to explode following the Solana price surge. Decent game. Everything on chain. You can create, mint, sell your skins. They also have an app, and overall they have a lot going on. And this is one of the better projects out there that can provide those 20-100 X's during the next bull cycle. Next in line we have Nakamoto Games. Naka is the ticker. It's moving very solid lately, by the way. Play to earn blockchain games. They have Naka token, which is their in-game currency, but they are targeting here mini games actually. You know, the phone games really not my thing, but the younger generation really go into this. All in all, they have really nice 2023 bull trend with steady retail investors wallet increase, and I'm talking about the wallets with around 100 tokens in them, which means that the 2023 uptrend is not just well pushing the price, but it's actually retail traders who believe in the project, and I think this one should do very well in the bull cycle, considering all the interest from the retail traders. Moving on, we have SHRAP now. Again, one of the better names out there, one of the best first-person shooter Web3 games currently out there in development, which has a realistic chance to be released, closed, or into the next bull cycle. This December, actually, they are starting their alpha phase, in which you can actually participate as long as you purchase one of those extraction packs here. The website is shrapnow.com. Just go and check it out. It's an interesting game. As I said, one of the better projects out there with realistic chances of release closer into the next bull cycle. So a great name to look for. As you can see, everything is in development, but it's actually really close to release. As I said, alpha is starting. Another name to look for. Moving on. As the next name, we have Avalanche. It's a Roblox type of game, but that's not the special thing about Avalanche. They are not just a game, but are creating actually a chain with their own token using the Polygon ZK EVM tech. Difference between the rest is that all the games out there which are currently releasing, they also create tokens, but the tokens which they release work inside their game alone. with Aave, the token works in their game and also in the future if they drag more games onto their chain. The same token will be used also for the onboarded games as well, which will provide additional value that can help with the price, and that's why I believe this one can do again very well in the next bull cycle. And they're also easy to access on already on big exchanges. The last name which I'm gonna talk about is Ready Games, ready.gg. The focus here is a little bit different. They are actually targeting Web2 games in order to drag them into their platform and convert them into Web3 games. And what's more special here is that they do not limit anyone to a specific infrastructure, meaning if you choose to onboard onto Ready Games, you can choose from any layer 1 or layer 2 tech out there. The approach will give the players who play those games the choice to either choose to play the game as they have done thus far throughout the years, or play it as a Web3 game involving all crypto and all the blockchain assets that Web3 offers, which I believe is quite of a good idea. And that's why I believe this token, which by the way is not released yet, but it's something which you should definitely have under your radar, because I think this one is set to do very well in the next bull cycle, especially if they really drag some famous names out there. So definitely something to watch out for. And you also here have the absolute chance to be from the first investors. Okay, that's it with our top 20 gaming project list you should definitely know about. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more if you like the content, and I'll see you all with the next one.